Good evening, welcome back to our channel. Today we are back onto ink table contents again, and we are playing the Amethyst Steel Location Aggro. Let's have a look at the deck list. Okay, so this is the Amethyst Steel Location Aggro deck. As you can see from the ink curve, we only have cards up to 3 ink cost. Basically how this deck works is that you just ink and you just play and play and play. Obviously you will need cards to refill your hand, so we have cards like Dock, and we also have cards like the library, and sometimes some of the location you can also alternate your hands a little bit. Okay, let's have a look at the cards that we got in here. We have Captain Hook, self-explanatory. We got Mr. Smee, just being able to challenge other characters and banish them is very handy. And Calhoun as well, perfect for an aggro deck, perfect for aggro mirror matchup, and also just the fact that you can banish their opponent's threat while you're getting a law is very nice. Dock, as I have said, refilling your hand nicely while putting a card. Mr. Smee is just aggressive, gaining 2 law, fantastic 2-drop, and we also have John Sober. Since we're running a lot of location, he is kind of the main card to be gaining law with. Pretty big of a threat when it comes to later stages of the game when you got more locations out. We have cards like Befuddle to just avoid a card like Daisy Dark. It's a bit harder to take down for us in this deck. We also have Fire the Cannon, Boom to remove opponent threat and also just delaying their process on taking our cards down. And we have Gathering Knowledge and Wisdom to just catch them off guard with how fast we're gaining law. We have Casa Madrigal, Fairy Ship, the Bayou, Forbidden Mountain, and Seven Dwarfs Mine, and the library for our location. We usually play Fairy Ship rather than the Casa Madrigal in majority of the case, but if you got characters out and you haven't got things to do with them or leftover ink, Casa Madrigal is very solid. 1 ink and 6 willpower is just harder to take down, whereas Fairy Ship you do gain a law immediately, but 4 willpower could be taken down pretty easily in turn 2, turn 3. The Bayou, more of a utility card, but gaining a law while at it is pretty nice. Forbidden Mountain is just 6 willpower, 1 law location, another solid card. And we have Seven Dwarfs Mine for removing opponent's threat while we're gaining law, and the library to refill our hands. Library is a bit trickier to use depending on how fast or how the opponent is playing against you. Dock, I felt like, has been a more reliable resource. Other than that, very self-explanatory. 16 uninkable, so it's not too bad in terms of ratio with the ink to non-ink. Yeah, it's just very fast, very aggressive, go wide or go home, and you're just trying to get the win there and there. Let's move on to the gameplay. Okay, so for our first game, we're gonna face against the Ruby Amethyst control deck that we have built on our channel and talked about on our channel multiple times as well. So this is our starting hand. I think quite a few uninkables, so gonna get rid of 1 Dock. Definitely want to keep Calhoun, and Captain Hook 2-1 drop is nice. Forbidden Mountain would be great as well. I think we don't need to fire the cannon as such, but Boom could be useful in some scenarios, so let's keep that. And we'll have a look. Okay, not bad at all. Right. Okay, they drop turn 1 Diablo here, which is fine for us because we can turn around and drop the Captain Hook. Okay, they play Flynn Rider here. Now we could return that character, but that feels like a waste. Or we could play Calhoun to stop them from gaining law with the character, but I'm not sure. We don't need to as such, but I feel like it is better for us to play this card right now. So we are going to ink Befuddle, and we're going to play Calhoun, and we are going to pass the turn. We're not going to quest it just yet, just because we want to have a character for Calhoun to be able to go into, and Flynn Rider usually playing on ink table don't really exert unless it's for last couple of laws. Okay, now let's go with this. Okay, it's fine. Now we can quest with hook as well. Okay, now we are going to play Fairy Ship, and we are going to ink. I think I'm gonna go ink Baboom here. It might be wrong, but we'll see how we go. Because we do have Fire the Cannon to inflict 2 damage, to remove Flynn Rider if we need to, and yeah, I think we're okay here. Okay. Right, perfect. Another location, so let's play that. Play both locations. Now we can't really take anything down, so we're gonna pass and wait for them to go. So they do have a lot of things that they have to answer now already, so hopefully that's enough of a pressure. Is Crab gonna take down my... Nope. Crab goes to the location instead. That's fine. Cool. 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 Alrighty. So let's... I don't know if I should trade off with Merlin here. I think I'm not going to, and I'm gonna go with Diablo and Game Law. I'm gonna quest with Hook. Now I am going to remove the opponent threat though by playing... I think I am going to play Baboom into Crab, and also if you fire the cannon into Crab, and that way it is trickier for them to remove my location, and I hope they don't have a Maui. Okay, they have Peter Pan's Shadow, that's okay. Yep, that's totally fine. Singing. Cool, okay. When they put a Maui on the board, it is a lot harder for us. Okay, that is actually a great card for us right now. So let's get Calhoun to do the work. Remove that. 16. Now we're gonna play Fire the Cannon into Peter Pan's Shadow, removing Peter Pan's Shadow, and play Doc. And draw 2 cards. Okay, now we're gonna pass. So if they are to... Okay, so that's the game right there. In this game they didn't really play Fox package or the Merlin package as much as you could, and throwing them onto the location more, as well as like we didn't see any Maui or anything, but you could see that we have definitely gained lore enough to not go into the be prepared scenario. Even if they did play be prepared, the positive side of this deck is that the location stays, so you can still gain lore anyway, but it is harder for you when you lose creatures, when you lose characters that can challenge back. Yeah, if they play Maui, there might have been a different scenario, but you could definitely see how fast and how wide this deck can go around turn 4 and turn 5. Let's see this deck against Emerald Steel now. Okay, so we are playing Amethyst Steel Location Aggro into the Emerald Steel discard deck that we have talked about on our channel a couple of times now as well. So we have quite big locations that we're not probably going to play just yet. So 1, 2, we probably want to go around here, but I don't think we need this. Okay, let's mulligan that. Okay, much better, and I would say. So let's go with that. Now we will play. I think we could play the Bayou. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to ink Forbidden Mountain and play the Bayou and pass. They're gonna play Ursa, no song, that's fine. Oh, we have a fairy ship now. I think it is better for us to play Smee, but if Ursa was to single exert, then we can play Calhoun and take it down. So I think I'm actually gonna ink Hook and play Calhoun and pass. I know for a fact the Emerald Steel finds it hard challenging, so I think I'll rather play locations out and see how far we can go with that. Okay, so let's challenge. Yep, gaining law, and we can play Fairy Ship, and we will play Mr. Smee. Yeah, we'll play Mr. Smee, and we'll pass. Okay, 2 damage. Empress John. Okay, that's fine. Robin Hood. Okay, Robin Hood is definitely a bit concerning. For those of you who don't know, that I version of Emerald Steel discard is running the Shift Robin Hood instead of the Diablo package. And for that to shift, it does make it a lot harder for us than we want it to, but we'll see how we go. Okay, we gain 2 law here again. We do have Min Robin Hood Calhoun here as well. So yeah, hope we can do some serious damage before that. Alright, let's play John Silver. So Mr. Smee is definitely in a better spot and we can quest with him. And if they challenge, that's fine. That's fine. He's done his job already. Okay, Morph. Okay, wanted to try that trade? Okay, they traded instead. That's fine for us. And Beast is something that we're not gonna care about in this matchup. Well, we can't really, so let's go with playing another Calhoun. We'll quest with John Silver. Okay, we are going to quest with Calhoun as well, and we are going to just wait for the turn. Hypnotized, it's fine. Mundok. Okay, if they don't take down 2 locations, it's a game for us. Yep. So cool. So yeah, we'll play this and play a card. Cool. Yeah, so you can see there, the Emerald Steel did move like how it's meant to move, but they can't really have any answers in time. If they were to play Diablo, they couldn't have done anything anyway, because it's just not worth a challenge for it. And it doesn't have a bounce package in Emerald Steel or anything, so the card doesn't come back into my hand as such. They could have played the Shift Robin Hood, but now looking at it, they didn't have it. But that could have been a scary card for us. They didn't even remove one of the cards with Let the Storm Rage on as well. And even if they were to challenge with Beast, there wouldn't have been enough time anyway. So yeah, this deck is pretty solid against Emerald Steel. You don't tend to have many cards in your hand anyway, and they're all usually out by the time that they start making you discard. So it could have potential, if I'm honest. Alright, let's see this deck against Ruby Sapphire Seesaw on Ice. Okay, so we are playing the Amethyst Steel Location Aggro against the Ruby Sapphire Seesaw on Ice that we have talked about on our channel a couple of times now. Okay, so our starting hand, honestly, pretty good. I think in this matchup, they're gonna play T-Po turn 2, so I don't think I need to be fuddle. And if I'm honest, I think we should go wide with location than putting a character down. So let's get rid of these and see if we can get more lunge of locations. And we do, so that's great. Okay, cool. Let's think the library and play Fairy Ship and pass. So the AZURITE Seed, it's fine. Cool. Okay, nice. Alright, let's ink 1 casa, play Smee, pass. T-ball, okay. Another T-ball. Righty. Okay. 2 now. Right, we are going to quest. And we might have to ink Casa, to be honest. Yeah, we'll have to move it. I think I'd rather play. Alright, so we're gonna ink. Play 1. Oh, this is ridiculous hand. I'm going to play fire the cannon, sorry, no problem. And we'll just move and we'll pass for now. Yep. This is not really ideal, honestly. As you could tell, you want Doc coming in at the different stages of the game, so you can refresh your hand. But now I am in a stage where I will have to. Actually, let's quest and see if we can join this card into something better. Okay, that's much better. Now we'll have to discard regardless. So we're gonna play 1 Doc, but not do that. And we are going to pass the turn. And next turn we can play John Silver and hope in time we can save Mr. Smith. Okay, they play Be Prepared. As you can see, we still have locations gaining level plus, so hope we can make it in time. We are going to play John Silver and we're gonna pass the turn, I think. And next turn we can play Mr. Smee as well. Yep, okay, that's fine. We don't need Beefado anymore. So let's do this and quest. And now play Doc. Draw 2 cards. Awesome. Okay, and I think this is pretty much winning condition for us, unless they play. Yep, so they couldn't play another Be Prepared there. That's 17. Let's just go with play a card and play a card, and let's quest with John Silver. Cool. So yeah, I mean their hand was terrible, but even that wouldn't have mattered. I don't think they could have taken down each location in time. So yeah, I think you could see the potential with this deck there. I personally found Ruby Amethyst matchup the hardest with this deck, if they knew what kind of deck your deck is. So if they keep specific kind of hand and being able to challenge every turn and take down your character, it is probably the hardest matchup. And again, to be honest, Ruby Amethyst is still one of the most popular meta decks out there. Yes, depending on your environment and where you're playing, it might be hard to play this deck. However, if your stores are playing either Aggros or Emerald Steel or Seesaw on Ice more so, this deck could have very much so a potential with how wide and how fast you can go, and location being basically a character card that could be challenged every turn with certain willpower, which is usually bigger than your character cards. Do gain lore very quickly without you kind of knowing, and that is like the fun part about this deck. Honestly, you don't really have to think too much while playing this deck, and this is a very budget friendly deck as well, and it just goes wide, goes fast, and yeah, sometimes you do have to think there and there, but honestly it is a really fun deck, so I do recommend you guys trying it as well. Okay, so we just played 3 of the meta decks that we have talked about on our channel: Ruby Amethyst, Emerald Steel, and Ruby Sapphire Seesaw on Ice against the Amethyst Steel location aggro deck that we have built. We were able to beat all those decks somewhat comfortably. I would say Ruby Amethyst didn't flow as smooth as he would usually, and also we didn't see any Maui or Bea King Undisputed or anything like that, so scenario could have been a little bit different, but I think we were able to show you how fast and how aggressive this deck is, and how fun this deck is as well. Again, you don't have to think much, and it's not much of a strategy playing this deck. The positive side of this deck is that the Be Prepared doesn't actually destroy your game plan as much, since your location will stay there and they'll need to play a character card afterwards to try and take down your location, which if they play Maui, yeah, it is a little bit harder, but it does leave you with a couple of options. Yeah, it's a really fun deck list with only having cards up to 3 ink maximum. We try to build it that way with also having cards that are aggressive, like Baboom, Fire the Cannon, and getting knowledge to gain lore here and there, surprisingly as well. Honestly, this deck is super budget friendly, and I think it's really fun to be just played on the spot or even in your local scenes for the league and stuff, and could honestly catch some meta decks off guard, so we do recommend it. And do let us know what you guys think, and also what you guys would recommend putting in this deck as well. We are releasing Lorcana related content until the 25th of December. It's like Vlogmas, but instead we're calling it Christmas. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and do let us know in the comments what cards you would like to see in this deck, or any other cards that you guys would like to see featured on our channel. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Stay ready till next time. Bye.